Hi everyone, this is Vida Schmidt, live from Berlin studio, and I'm warmly welcoming to today's CC webinar executive interview, Anna Morel, Senior Vice President, Global Carrier Sales at Orange International Carriers. Bonjour, hello Anna, how are you doing today?
Bonjour and guten Tag.
Guten Tag. We are happy and honored having you here and looking forward to learning more about the insight that you have to share with us today. Let's start with the first question, Anna, which is, why do you think it is important for businesses to have female leaders? In what ways men can support women so we can have more female leaders, both at home and at the workplace? And how about women? How can we support each other at the workplace so we can see more of us succeeding in our professional lives?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's really a pleasure to be here. And hopefully we'll be in the same room at one point soon. So to respond to your question, I think it is important to have women leader in business, because it is statistically proven that diversity, whether it is gender balance or other type of diversity in the workplace, is critical to the success and the profitability of companies. It creates different ways of thinking. It creates better problem solving, and it creates better attraction of talent and better retention of talent. So for me, it is something which is really key, because it's the way for a company to show that we do believe in gender balance and we do believe in diversity. And I was reading a study recently again in the FT, and it was effectively showing that the more and more the level of diversity and gender balance in a company is improving the way employees see their employers and the way employees recommend their employers to others. So we see that it is essential for a company to be successful. The second aspect is obviously role model. What we see currently is that we still have, especially in tech, a very low proportion of women, and more so in management position and senior management position. And we need to show young women that effectively the tech industry is an industry where women can blossom and can have a position of management as well and become the norm. So that aspect of normality for me is really an important one. And I think that both women and men have a key role to play in making sure that diversity is really something that becomes the norm. And for me, what we do in terms of employers, in training employees, in fighting stereotypes, it's very important. So very often the question becomes, what does it mean being I would say female leader? It means, well, it just means that you can have leaders of any kind of gender or any kind of color, and it has to become the norm. So I think for me the really important point is to fight stereotype and really just ensure that this becomes the norm. Then diversity becomes the norm, and we have a role to play as men and women in pushing that every day and making sure that we make it becoming the norm in the way we work. I think there's something also important in pushing gender balance which I think we were talking earlier on about the pandemic and how it has changed the way we work in our lives. The pandemic has been very, very hard for working parents. It's been a complete nightmare in many countries for the last 2 years, with schools, closing and childcare becoming even more of a headache. But I think what pandemic has brought is also a change in the way we're gonna work, and bringing more flexibility and more support for working parents. I also think that the way we look at traveling and the cost of traveling to company, but the cost of traveling to our sustainability, means that we're going to have a better work-life balance. And in providing working parents with a more flexible type of work, we're also going to promote gender balance and have a natural a change in the way working parents can actually take higher management position, and that's definitely going to help gender balance in many ways.
I fully support and share your insight. Thank you so much for this valuable insight. So I think now let's move to the next question, if I may address the second question. What made you interested in tech telco industry, and why did you decide to pursue your career in this industry? What do you believe contributed to your professional success the most? Was it the school you have chosen, personal drive, and working very hard, influence of the caregivers, or a combination of many factors, Anna?
Well, I think life is always a combination of many factors. So I don't think I was planning to work in tech. I'm not an engineer. I'm trained in business, so it was not necessarily a natural choice, but it became a choice almost by coincidence. And I have to say that so I've been in telecom for over 20 years now. And I love the innovation of it. I love the passion that you have around tech industry. But be it, I think it would be the same if it was working in pharmaceutical industry. But the element of working with engineers or tech people and working in fields of real innovation is always fascinating. The level of skills you find around it when you talk to engineers is always very impressive. And if you look at the telecom industry in particular, and if you look at how much we've progressed and how we've changed the way how the telecom industry or the tech industry has changed the way we work, it's truly fascinating, and it's still something that fascinates me every day. So that's for the tech. And I think there's something quite as if you're not an engineer, I think for me there's every day I'm learning something new because I have every day I at least have one meeting where I'll have somebody far more technical than me explaining something that I've not necessarily understood before. So there's something about just the intellectual aspect of it, which is definitely an aspect of the job that really keeps me excited every day about my job. how did I get there? I think it's a combination of working with people that have supported me, of course, but also a network of people. I think it's what's working every day a pleasure is, the people you meet every day, the quality of the people you meet every day, and the curiosity you have in having a dialogue every day, having a proper discussion with people, and understanding what can make their job more interesting and what can make your job more interesting. So I think the way to succeed is working hard. Clearly, I think we that's the discussion we had before we started this interview. Working hard is definitely, I think, a key aspect in succeeding. There's no I think there's no other way around it. Curiosity, being curious about what others do and how they can contribute, and making sure that you take pleasure in what you do. So I think it is important that when you succeed, you found what makes you tick and what makes you motivated and what makes you want to work hard every day, and that only happens if you actually engage with people around you, and so it's about keeping the discussion going and understanding better what other people do and can do in the way you work with them.
We are now at the end of this interview. Is there anything else, Anna, you would like to add today before we finish this interview?
Yeah, maybe. Well, thank you again for this interview. Maybe one point I wanted to add on the specifics and of achieving diversity and gender balance or the mechanics of it. Because I think it is very important for company to set measurable goals to achieve diversity, to achieve gender balance, and that's very much what we've done at Orange in setting up goals that can be measured. So our goals for 2025 is to have 35% of women in senior management position, and in 2025 to have 25% of women in technical roles. And I think that, when we talk about diversity or when we talk about gender balance, as businesses, we need to set goals which are measurable, just like we would set goals, measurable goals for our financial achievements. And it's very much the case as diversity contributes to our financial achievements. So those are very important, the very important mechanics of ensuring that we have a greater diversity. To achieve those numbers, we have a number of programs on gender balance. We have a mentoring program for women. So you have increased training to ensure that we have higher female representation in specialist roles on AI or data, cybersecurity, cloud. So those are just examples, but it is important to talk about the mechanics of increasing gender and diversity in our companies as employers.
Thank you very much. Remarkable to learn more about the targets and the programs in place at Orange. Once again, Anna, thank you very much for this interesting interview and for being with us today here virtually. Everyone who is watching the recorded version of this executive interview and reading the article coming soon in December in our Woman in Tech magazine. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading. Goodbye, everyone. Until next time.